Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome to episode 3. Wait, let's do that one more time. We gotta get it. This is gonna be a character later for us. So we pose. That's what's up. That's gotta work. Stevie, you're gonna find something. Today's Real podcast with Kristina G, Rich T, produced by Stevie E. Say what's up, Stevie E. Hey, a little bit more. Say hi. Say hello. Happy today. Get a little sing. Come on, Stevie. Let's do it.
Sing.
We got this.
Hello.
He's a work in progress. He's a great producer, but the entertainer, well, we'll get there with him.
That's why he's
We
behind
got you.
the scenes.
Yes.
He's behind the camera, guys, for a reason.
So I like to think we're good on camera. I don't know. Probably not, but I'll keep I'll keep telling myself that. But the technology part, terrible.
Yeah, we're real bad with that. We need Stevie for that.
Yeah, Stevie's good. But he's not a fan of being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
However, I have a goal. We're going to get him in front of the camera because I want the audience to know and love him. All right?
He's not thrilled, guys. He's not.
We got a guest in here too, Caleb. He's going to pop in.
Hello.
All right, come in. Show your face. They've never seen you before.
Get in there.
What up? Hey, guys. This is Caleb S. Oh,
He was going to do that.
he couldn't wait to hit the buzzer. That's cool. We just keep it real with real estate in today's hot news. Not celebrity news. I can't keep up with that. I'm too busy.
No, that's the other real, or the real, I don't know, whatever. Yeah.
Maybe when we're celebrities, they'll be talking about us.
Our faces will be on billboards one day for real estate, just for the record.
Yeah, I'm going to pay for it. The real big time is when you don't have to pay for it.
That's true. We'll get sponsors
Endorsed.
for it.
Yeah, sponsors. All right. Anybody out there, be the first one in. So, happy news today.
Oh, snap.
Guess what? Go ahead, you tell them.
Guess what today was, guys? Guess what? It was Rich's first closing.
What? Yes! Third podcast, first closing.
Very exciting.
That
very
was
exciting.
awesome. It was, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that moment.
Oh,
I'm
man.
very proud of my boy right now.
Now I'm getting all red.
I know you are
it's
getting
exciting. It's a year's worth of work from the studying and going to school and working and trying to figure out the business, and finally I got paid for the first time.
He did. It was very exciting. And
So
it was probably one of the smoothest closings, wasn't it?
Yes. Escrow officer. She definitely played a role in it. Yes. That was easy.
I mean, totally in general, sometimes closings can last forever. There's a document that's missing, or somebody drops something last minute, whether it's a buyer or seller saying, oh, hey, can you pay this off? Can we put this in? That didn't happen.
Right.
Everything was very lined up. We weren't missing any documents. Nobody dropped any last minute bombs on us or on you, and it was it was a 1-2-5.
We had great communication. That's why. Again, what us agents do, we're the glue that keeps it together.
Yeah.
So, we're back and forth explaining what we needed and when we needed it, and took care of business.
Absolutely done. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you. So did you.
I'm proud of you.
Wait. One. There it is. Got it.
So, not only are we celebrating you and your sale, I'm going to give a little shout out to little old Amy with inspired title. It is her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Amy! Yeah, if you guys, Amy was our guest last week.
She was. Mm-hmm. That little beach angel, she's so adorable.
She's awesome. Great guest. Brought a lot of energy to the podcast.
Yeah.
We got to have her back.
Yep, no doubt.
Audience, good feedback on her. They loved her.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. She was all excited. That's good.
She's so cute.
Yeah, awesome. So I wanted to bring up something that going through the process in this first deal I had, it's a hot market. And we'll talk again about that in a moment. Super hot market. But I wanted to talk about what we're doing with our buyers in today's market, it being hot. So one of the things me and you were discussing is how to separate yourself from the other agents.
Right.
So what are our thoughts? What do we think? How do we separate ourselves for our clients? Now, we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for our clients. So we have to submit an offer that separates that offer from the other ones.
Yeah, what makes our offer stand out? What makes what we do really pop more than anything else, and not just being a piece of paper or an offer on the computer screen, right? Because nowadays that's how most offers are submitted. You're just emailing something over. There's no more face-to-face. You don't get to meet that person and give that in-person impression. So what can we do that would make our client more likely to have our offer accepted. Right? That's where we're going with this?
100%.
Okay.
You're right on track.
Obviously, the first thing we want to do, everybody in today's age is all about texting or just emailing. Pick up the phone, call that agent. A lot of times, if you have certain phones, with any phone really, you can do a FaceTime call, or what's the other app? If it's Android, it doesn't actually have FaceTime, right? So anything.
iPhone. Another sponsor, iPhone guy.
So, but anything face to face, make that impression with that agent, make that impression with that seller. Have your clients write a letter. If they absolutely love the house, you can make a short video and submit that with your offer. You can have them write a letter stating what they loved about the house and why they want it so bad. What memories they plan on making, or if they walked in and can see, where they were going to celebrate, or what, say that you're Halloween, Christmas, or whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. Doesn't matter. If you could visualize where you were going to put that stuff, put that into the letter. And say, hey, as soon as we walked in, we saw X, Y, and Z, and, I could see my daughter going here, or my son, or my dog playing in this backyard, whatever it is. Just make your offer stand out, and that's what we do.
Yeah, the sale is a very emotional thing for both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you bring that emotion into it, as the potential buyer, it makes an impact. It separates you. A lot of agents, they won't even reach out. Buyer's agents won't reach out to the selling agent.
That's true. I feel that in today's day and age, or however you want to say it, that's common. It's literally just an email instead of picking up the phone and calling. I mean, back in the day, you had to pick up the phone and call, and people knew you. Think about, do you even know, your wife's actual cell phone number? Do you know your mom's phone number anymore? It's like, no, you pick up the phone and you just dial. Back then, we used to be
hey, call.
Yeah, I know that number, or this is so-and-so agent. Like, oh, man, they bring me good deals. We don't do that anymore. Now everything's an email. Pick up that phone and call, and that's what we do, and that's how we get deals done.
Right. I had, this was last contract I just closed on 6 offers. 2 of the agents reached out to me. Kudos to the 2.
Yep.
But the other 4 didn't. So it was just, an offer sent in. And that's good. But it's a black and white offer. It's just the contract. It's
right, and no emotion. And with how hot the market is today, don't you want to stand out? Do you want it to just be? I always call, even before I'm putting the offer in, I call and I say, hey, this is Kristina Gundlach with Exit Realty Solutions. I just want to let you know that I am currently writing up an offer. I'm going to get it over to you within the hour. I'm just waiting on signatures.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Make that, and I'll ask, do you have any other offers in? Now I know, hey, what am I going to do? You do have other offers in? Okay, I'm going to call my client and say, hey, how much do you want this house? How bad do you want this house? What do you feel about an escalation clause? Do we all know what an escalation clause is?
We do.
We do. So really, that's our job. So if a house is on the market for $150,000, and let's say you normally don't know the appraised value before that, but let's say it appraises at $160,000, right? So we know that we run a CMA. It's not a CMA is not an appraisal, so let me not miscommunicate that one. But if we do a CMA and we're like, hey, these homes are going for $160,000, $165,000 for the value. If you're willing to go above the asking price of the home in $500 increments, say that there's multiple offers out there. Rich and I both love this home, right? He puts an offer in, I put an offer in. But I know that there's going to be additional offers because of how hot the market is. I'm comfortable with going up to $155,000 at $500 increments. Okay, the home's for $150,000. I put in that $150,000 offer. Rich puts in an offer for $151,000. Well, I have the escalation clause in with my offer, which lets that seller know, hey, I'm willing to go up. So yeah, you have two. Is this too much? You guys are just sitting there like, are you understanding it? I'm like, do you? Okay, good. I was like, your faces are throwing me off back there. Rich, pick up on that one because I'm all flustered.
No, you're doing perfect. You were rolling, yeah.
Okay.
So 151 for my offer,
right?
And so you have the escalation on yours.
Yeah, so that lets the seller know, hey, just because this one came in for more, wait, you still have this offer, and with this extra document, wait, they're gonna go up to 151.5. It's like, I want highest and best for my home. There's no contingencies on either one. Which one are you going to go with? If they're the same offers, but one's a little bit more money, aren't you going to go ahead and take that offer? Yeah. I know I would. I want the most cheddar biscuits for my house.
Absolutely, 100%.
So
everybody loves cheddar biscuits.
Cheddar biscuits are alive.
So we got the escalation clause.
Yep.
Awesome. We have the videos. And
Yes.
it's just not of it's not us sending the video. It's videos of our potential buyers too. We could talk to them and say, hey, this is their family, that this is what they're looking for, and they love this part of the house. This was their favorite, and they picture, like you said, having the holidays here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just that extra effort can make the difference in getting that contract,
Yeah.
getting that offer approved.
Yeah, and people like that, and talk to the seller, even though you don't necessarily know the seller's name, right? We don't really have that information. We know the agent's name, but you talk directly to the seller when we're making that video, and it could be of the client, or we can represent the client on behalf of the client and let the seller know, like, hey, this is what they want. But again, just getting in front of that person and making it a one-on-one emotional thing, because let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Keep it real. Today is real.
So you are selling your home. You have all types of memories in your home, right? That it has sentimental value to you.
Yes.
If you have an offer that comes in and you can feel that sentiment, the emotion from that buyer, you're going to be more than likely or more prone to go with that person that left that impact on you.
Right.
So
We're giving some of our secrets here.
Yeah,
That's okay.
that's all right.
It's best
That's
for
right.
everybody.
Well, we're really selling ourselves to you guys as the clients, so we just want you to know what we're willing to do for you, obviously, because that's our job. A lot of times people have the wrong impression of a real estate agent. It's like, no, we are the real estate agent. This is what we do. We go above and beyond.
And the agents watching this, agents tune in. Of course they should. They could pick up things from us.
Hey,
We're valuable to them too. That's
do the same
good.
thing.
Yeah, no.
It's a little free coaching.
Right. And the better you are, the better we will be.
Yeah, and we
We'll
want
have
to
to
work
be.
with you anyway, because you're going to bring us the buyer, you're going to bring us the seller.
Right.
This
We're
is
going to
what
make
we're
you
all about.
awesome agents so our transactions go smoother.
Yeah, and if you have something to tell us, tell us. We love to learn.
They're like these guys, so arrogant. Yes, we will make you better.
Cockiness is
Right,
good.
and you'll make us
Hey,
better.
yeah,
Every
yeah.
interaction you get better.
Yep.
So the next thing, clean contract. This is very appealing to the sellers.
Yeah.
In terms of, what possible obstacles that could get in the way of the deal of following through. Contingencies.
Yep.
That's the biggest one.
Contingencies are big, especially right now, because a lot of people are selling, right? So it's contingent. Your offer is contingent on your home selling or closing or something along those lines.
Right.
But that's not the only type of contingency, right? That's
No.
what we talked about last week too. I think, or week one. I think we went over contingencies, but that's what we both discussed was just them having another home for sale.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other contingencies. What if I say, okay, I'll use this one as an example. Trees. You have a bunch of trees in the front of the house. I'm a nature hater. I don't want these trees, right? And I don't want to deal with the leaves falling every year, and I have this offer for you, but it's contingent on you removing those trees. That's a contingency.
Yes, and it makes it messy.
It does.
Yeah, the seller is going to want the cleanest contract.
Yep.
So our job is to make it as clean as we can for them.
And enticing.
Enticing, yes. And I spoke on this earlier about contacting us and working with us early. Because if you're contingent upon the sale of your home as a buyer, if we start that process early, we could have things in line. We may have an offer on your home already. Now, if there's an offer in place, that offer for their next home is going to look a lot more enticing than if you're just, contingent upon the sale of a house that isn't even on the market yet.
Right.
That's going to scare people away.
Yeah, especially with how hot the market is. So if I'm putting in an offer and I'm selling my house, but my house is not under contract or maybe not even listed yet, that seller of the home you're putting the offer in is going to be like, well, I know I can get a backup. I know I'm going to be able to sell it before them. I can go ahead and turn around and sell it to somebody who's not contingent.
Right.
However, if I'm the listing agent, what would I do if an offer came in that was contingent? I'm going to turn around and submit what? Either a first right contingency form or a limited contingency form. That way it can continue to take offers and it's fair for all parties involved. Like, hey, I'm letting you know right up front, I'm either giving you the option to match or beat, or we're under contract until the contingency is removed, right? So until you go under contract yourself.
Correct.
And then I can remove that, and now we're good. You don't have to worry about me I'm not pulling a house from you, but taking an offer,
Right.
which is fair to all parties.
Right. Because both sides are doing what's in the best interest of their clients.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's the game.
Yeah.
100%. And then another item that we talked about, offering something different.
Ooh.
So yeah, this
Like,
like what- this is something I of course being new in the business, I haven't gone this route, but offering to pick up title. A lot of times the seller pays title. What if you check that the buyer will pick up title costs?
right, takes a additional fee away. Let's see, what else? You can definitely do that. Taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Agree to pay. Obviously, property taxes are paid in arrears, right? So you own the home. So right now we're in 2020, but we're paying for 2019's taxes, right? So
Yes.
you pay for 20. I was like, you can't be done. I don't do title work. So you're paying for the previous taxes. What if you put in there, if you really want the home, you want to beat out the other offers, and again, make it enticing, you can say, hey, you're going to owe, today is, let's just go up to September 1st. I'm closing on the home on September 1st. So you're going to owe through September.
Yeah.
So you're still paying for the last half, right? Or for the half. You get what I'm saying.
Right. It's something different, something to stand out. Again, going back to the competitive, I have to present them to my client, of course.
Yep.
And before I could finish, the answer was no before we even started.
Right.
Yeah, because they weren't competitive.
So I'm glad. Sorry to cut you off, but that's a
No,
good
it's
point
fine.
because you had multiple offers, right? And the cleanest offer wasn't necessarily the highest dollar offer, right?
Oh, 100% accurate. Yes.
Okay.
It's not always about the highest dollar. It's
Nope.
there's multiple things that go into that acceptance.
Yeah.
So, and again, we're spreading our knowledge, sharing that there's multiple things you do to secure this. This is why certain agents have a higher success rate.
Yep.
It's not that they're lucky. Maybe a couple of them get lucky for a little bit, but it's positioning yourself
100%.
to hit those numbers.
Real estate is not about luck. It's about what you do and the moves you make.
Right.
For sure.
And then it's about knowing your numbers.
Yeah.
Like if you have to understand where it's at, and the numbers will always produce the same.
Yeah.
And law of averages.
And you're definitely not sitting back and waiting. Deals aren't coming to you. If you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not making moves aren't happening.
Right. Awesome. We're good. Kayla, what are your thoughts? Come on in. Join us. Yes, you knew it.
Come tell us.
Gosh dang it.
What are your thoughts about it all?
What are my thoughts?
We'll scoot over. We're going to scoot Wilson
I
over.
don't think we can see it. Oh man, I wanted him to fall so I could dilate you.
Okay, so when you guys were talking
You got to do
about
the high five thing.
Huh?
You got to do the high five thing.
Oh.
Over there. If you're there, dude.
Alright, let's do it one more time. Alright, so
cheesy.
when you were talking about being competitive and offering different things to the table, were you talking with the taxes, with the property taxes for example, were you talking about paying half of the previous property taxes with it to make it more competitive, the contract that you're offering?
So I mean, I was just throwing a suggestion out there, whether it's half, a quarter, all of it. It's whatever you're comfortable with doing. What can you afford? How much fluff do you want to put into the deal? That's all up to your client. Like if you were going in to buy a house and we threw that offer out to you and was like, well, hey, do you want to make this, put a little juice on this?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you want to pick up the whole tab? Do you want to pick up a quarter of it, a half of it? It's all a negotiation.
So if we're selling in the middle of the year,
Mm-hmm.
6 months, the seller owned that house, lived in that house, whatever, for the first 6 months. So they're in the contract going to pay taxes for those first 6 months, and then it carries over to the new
Okay.
buyer. Well, as a buyer, you could be like, you know what? In order to make this offer look better, I'm going to pay your taxes. I'm going to pay those 6 months you lived here. I'm going to pay your taxes for you.
Okay.
So pick
That makes
pick
sense.
me. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that makes it more of a, they're going to want to choose that offer over
Yeah.
everybody else's,
And it's something different. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I never
something
even-
that makes you stop. Like, oh wow, this person's really engaged and willing to go that extra mile to get this home. And again, there's that emotional piece.
Yeah.
That's important. Have you ever seen it? You've seen a lot more offers than I have. Have you ever seen someone offer to pay taxes like that?
I have not.
So
I've never seen that. I've seen escalation clauses. I've seen like landscaping stuff or moving costs.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Wow.
I'll give you a credit for your moving costs type of thing. But I've never, particularly taxes, I have never seen that.
right, and you got to get more creative now. This is a different market. This is now the market going up to this point was different. Maybe you didn't need to go that extra mile.
This is definitely a completely different market. I don't think you needed to go that extra mile by any means now. I think you do. If you want what you want, if you want that house, like I say, put that fluff on it. And you could do a trifecta.
Yeah.
You can offer a little bit more money. You could do an escalation clause, and you can offer taxes, moving expenses, whatever you want to really give it that extra.
And you mentioned this earlier, and you hit so many great points. So great job introducing this.
Thanks, Bill.
You mentioned about what the client, how much do you love this house? Again, the buyer, how much do you love it? How far are you willing to go?
Right.
So as agents, we have to know what our buyers are willing to pay for that home, and have that number, and that communication goes back and forth. We should know that before we offer that first contract.
Right, and that doesn't mean, don't get that confused with thinking like, oh, I'm going to pay more than what this home is worth. I'm going to be upside down. No one's saying to do that. It's just how much you love the home, and you're always going to have an appraisal done. It's always going to come back. It's okay. It's okay. No one's going to make you pay more than what the house is worth. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I think it's a good idea. I love escalation clauses. Lately, I've been putting them in with all the offers. And when I'm getting offers in on the houses that I have listed, I do, with the permission of my client, I do let the buyer's agent know, like, hey, might want to throw that escalation clause in there. And especially now, a lot of the agents, they know that. They're well aware of.
Right, it's almost becoming a must-have in these offers.
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't really seen any lately without it.
Yeah, myself included.
That's interesting. Another kind of thing I wanted to ask about that I didn't get enough information from was that, like, I want to go more into the clean contract kind of thing. I really don't 100% understand what a clean contract is. Just because it's clean doesn't mean there's no, like, barriers in the way, or
barriers is a interesting way to state it. I know we threw out some real estate terms with the contingencies. What we're talking about is in order to fulfill the contract or the sale of this home, the contingencies are this has to happen, this has to happen, this has to happen, and the more things that are in the way, the less likely of us finalizing this deal is.
So it's not really a dirty contract. That's a standard before the market became the way it was. Also clean. A lot of times we used to say, hey, well, why doesn't we'll ask for a seller, the seller to pay a closing cost credit, or the seller to give a closing cost credit. Not really doing that now. Clean contract. Give them offer, boom, what they want, and get back what you want. And anything after that, okay, if there's trees you want, just go ahead and handle the trees yourself. Just make it enticing. Clean, enticing is what he meant.
So basically just kind of straightforward with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Here's what I'm going to offer you. I'm not. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you could say, I'll offer you this price, but take this away, and there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Or
That makes sense.
if there's an appliance package, a lot of times homes are being sold with the appliance package, right? The washer and dryer is not standard to go with the appliance package. A lot of people also don't want somebody else's washer and dryer, even though they can clean it. But a lot of people who are moving in, especially first-time home buyers, they don't want to have to go and buy a washer and dryer. So we used to be like, hey, well, why don't you throw the washer and dryer in there as well? Well, that would dirty up. I don't want to say dirty because you're not really dirtying the contract. I do like the term clean contract, but you don't put those in.
You're just
anymore,
making the contract busy.
Yeah. You're adding extra stuff that now we just don't really add.
Okay.
Especially with the low rates, and that's another thing. You're not hurting your client. Essentially, they're realistically saving how much money by these rates that the lenders are giving. I mean, it's kind of incredible.
Oh,
It's the lowest rates in the last 50 years?
Yeah,
Right?
a new all-time low. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
again last week.
Yeah.
Again, and
Again.
it's again. Oh, you get to do it.
There we go.
Again, we're gonna have fewer and fewer guests.
Aw. I hate it too.
So, again, we spoke about why this is such a good seller's market, the need for escalation clauses and the amount of buyers and offers coming through. And then on the buyer side, all-time record lows again for your mortgage rates.
So it's good
It's
for
a
both
win-win.
sides, essentially,
Yeah.
right?
Amen.
Yep.
And we got, and I'll go over this on our next podcast, but the newest figures came out. New home construction booming again. It went even more. The market got stronger. Real estate market is getting stronger and stronger through this.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You would think that it would dip because of everything that's going on.
You would think so, and we
Yeah.
thought at first, and there was a foot traffic really dropped. That hasn't recovered. That's the amount of people walking homes. And
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But in terms of transactions and where we're going and new construction and there's
Crazy.
the tailwinds. There's items pushing the market. We just talked about the low mortgage rates.
Yeah.
You know, the equity. People have a ton of equity in their homes. That's the difference between what they still owe on it and what they're potentially going to sell it for.
Okay.
The value. The difference is your equity. It's how much cash is sitting in that home. A ton of it. That's been going up. I think the average is like $75,000
That's incredible.
in equity right now.
Congrats to everyone.
That's what
who
Wilson
has
told
that.
me. So
$1,000.
Yeah, Wilson.
fact checker.
No,
you
but
know.
honestly, congrats to everybody who's doing that, paying your mortgage every month. Obviously, you're working hard. Like that's a huge accomplishment to have that kind of equity in your home. Your home is what the biggest expense that you're gonna have.
Yeah.
So like that's legit. That's a proud moment. I would be proud.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're
Okay.
so proud to do this. We're involved in that.
It is. It's a feel good moment. I'm looking forward to 5-10 years down the line having clients call me to say, hey, we're ready to sell, and then running that CMA for them, seeing what's left on their mortgage and being like, wow.
Yeah. I
good
remember selling that to you,
Yeah,
and now it's with
good
this.
for you.
They're predicting home values to continue to go up.
Mm-hmm.
I know that was another concern. Like, we had a steady increase in home values. And they're like, oh, is this going to cause the values to drop? Is there a bubble? Are we going to have, correction? We're not seeing it.
Right.
That's crazy.
And when I say we, it's, the experts are not seeing it.
The
Right.
two youths.
So, yeah, all good things happening. It's a great time
Wow.
for all of us in
It
terms
is.
of real estate in the market,
It is.
new construction,
When we're-
selling.
Speaking of new construction, I'm going to plug this one real quick. So I work a lot in DeMott, Newton County, Jasper County, Lake Village area. There is a new subdivision going up. It is called Farmington Hills. It's a 35 home subdivision. It's incredible. Everything is on 1 acres. If you guys are looking to move to Newton or Jasper County, check out Farmington Hills. You can go on my Facebook page. We'll add the link for it too. Stevie will get on that.
Of course.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
And Stevie, that awesome plug. All right, guys, I think this is the end.
Like, how,
Okay.
how are we wrapping this one up, fellers?
Yeah, with the applause.
The guest has spoken.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
So, last words, comments?
My
Episode 3.
final comment for episode 3 is congratulations, Rich.
Yes, sir.
On your sale.
Congratulations.
To many more, to many more, to many more. I'm very proud of you. You did an amazing job throughout the entire deal. I hope you're proud.
I had some help.
No, he did it on his own.
Well, he definitely worked hard for it.
He
I've
did.
firsthand seen the effort and the work he's put in.
Oh,
and
he used to
it's-
study with me.
It's crazy. Yeah, he put in
This
a
guy,
lot of work
A year
for
ago
that.
was studying with me.
So just to see him actually sell his first house is pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. We're happy for him.
So happy for him. I feel like a proud mama right
Any
now.
other last words?
I am good.
Maybe I shouldn't say last words.
Yeah, no.
Final
it's
remarks?
A little morbid.
Yeah, it's more
Any
than
everlasting comments?
in case nobody ever sees you again.
Right.
Anyone would like to say, I love you, Mom. Final remarks.
Hi, Caleb's mom. How are you?
Round.
Hi, Mom.
She's like, yeah, suspension. Maybe now she's gonna watch it to the end. So we have
Right?
one.
Yes. No, she's gonna do that fast forward thing, like.
Just to her part.
Yeah,
we can tell
all
her
she
one-
cares about
one-
is her son on it. But it's okay. Hey, if you need a house, we'll sell
Yes.
it and find you a new one.
Yeah, no. look it up.
All right, but no, for real.
Stevie E, remember what? We want everybody to like it,
Yep.
to subscribe to it, and to follow us.
Yeah, and
Don't
share.
unsubscribe. Yeah, and
And
share.
share.
Share's one too.
Yeah.
Don't hit. I told somebody to hit all the buttons possible, and then I realized like once you hit subscribe, it goes to unsubscribe. I'm like,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
don't hit that though.
Don't
Don't
hit
hit
that one.
unsubscribe, please.
Negate that. Delete.
that doesn't- that
That's
doesn't
what that's called
exist.
there.
All right, guys, that's it. Wait, I got one last thing. So we could do this, right?
A three-way.
Oh.
A thr-
Whoa.
So-
Whoa. Wait a second. I didn't do anything.
Oh my god.
I was ready to high five. All right.
Oh no! What kind of podcast are you
I got
running
the whole
over
thing
here?
without talking about popping your cherry on your
Oh,
first
too
deal, and then he goes.
Oh. Steve popping the cherry.
Oh, this is
All
why
right.
we didn't. See, wasn't no Facebook Live. It was meant to be.
It
this
was
way.
definitely meant to be this way.
But Stevie's putting it all out there. We'll own it. This is who we are. All right, let's do
This
this.
happened.
Let's do this three-way. Get it up. It's okay.
No, I gotta go in the middle, like a
Yes.
pyramid. Oh.
Out and then. All right, thanks guys.
See you
Appreciate
guys.
tuning in.